going, guys? Darian Thomas here. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you guys could like and subscribe, that'd be amazing. Definitely be doing some more videos. But the big question a lot of people have about getting into real estate: how much does a realtor make? That's the $1 million question, right? And that's what everybody wants to know. How much do you make? And obviously, it depends. But let me just kind of jump into some things for you guys, okay? We'll actually talk about some things really quickly. So usually about 3%, to answer your question, 3% of the sales price is typically, what the average realtor makes. Some you'll see 2.5%, sometimes you'll see 2%, but roughly it's 2.5 to 3% is what it is. Is what essentially they'll make. That's either on the buy. Let's just say if you're representing a buyer, or if you're representing a seller, it's usually around 3%. But I'll run you through an example. So let's just say a house is $200,000, right? The final price of the house is $200,000. So 200,000, right? I had to use a calculator here. So the 3% of the 200,000 is 6,000, right? So actually, we'll just do it this way: 3%. $6,000, right? That's essentially how much a realtor makes, which sounds amazing, right? Well, typically, usually you have a broker split. So with that broker split, usually you may be on a 70-30, right? Which means 70% goes to you, 30% brokerage, right? So I got a calculator here. So you actually make $4,200. Depending on what business you're with, some business models are definitely different. Sometimes you cap. That's a little bit more complex, but for the most part, that's usually what you take home is that $4,200. Keep in mind, like I said, $200,000, 3%, you take home $4,200. Let's just say there may be a transaction fee of $350, right? So the transaction fee of $350. So you're at $3,850 all in. Sometimes with this transaction fee, you can actually charge that to the client. You can charge that to the buyer. I'm actually just talking about representing, but yeah, $350 transaction fee. So all in, you're about $3,850 off of a $200,000 home price. So 3%, this and that. So not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad for usually 30 to 40 days work. That's a perfect transaction, 30 to 40 days, but for the most part, something you need to consider, if you are going to be, a full-time real estate agent. Yes, you can have these things going and you can do multiple deals at a time, but also at the same point in time, if you don't have something in the pipeline, you just can't close a deal the next day and get paid, right? I mean, this is essentially what you're working towards. So and I would say that's, a decent home price, depending on where you are in the world. Like I said, I was licensed in Las Vegas for quite a while. Now I'm licensed in Cleveland. But let's have a little fun with this, right? Washington, parts of California, 800,000, right? 800,000. So let's just say you're 2.5%, right? That's usually typical, what it is out there. So 2.5%, right? So now you just walked away $20,000. $20,000, which is obviously very nice. Like I said, you possibly still have that split, with your brokerage. So now you're at $14,000. You're 70-30, right? So once again, that 70%, you get to take home. So you're taking 70% of that 20,000, which actually comes out to 14,000. $14,000. There may be a small, transaction fee with that, but $14,000 essentially you walk away with after you just did, $800,000 house. So can you do it? Yes, 100%. Is it hard to get to that number? I mean, it just all depends on how hard you want to work. Is it worth it being a real estate agent? Yes, I definitely do. I definitely do think so. Just the more touches you have, the more people you get in contact with. It's something that eventually this can happen multiple times a year. You could be working with 5 people who have this price range, right? But it's not going to happen overnight. It's something that you should really consider. But that's essentially how it is in a nutshell. I mean, there's some other things depending on if you're on a team or what the commission split is. But once again, you're usually about 70-30. Some places in California, some places in Nevada, they're 100% companies, so your desk fees may be a little bit more. But that's essentially how much a realtor makes off of a transaction: 2.5%, 3%. Whatever you and the client decide to come up with. So hopefully you guys, hopefully that was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I have some more videos coming, but like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.